It's 7 o'clock on Wednesday the 3rd of August. The news is read by Tabitha Kingsley.
The government's controversial ban on the sport of football comes into effect today. The UK's national sport will be prohibited by law for 12 months by an Act of Parliament designed to improve the country's well-being, with all professional and amateur leagues postponed for the duration of the ban. Under the Act, the playing, supporting, watching or worshipping of football and any of its associated practices will be criminalised. Those that fail to comply with the ban will be convicted of a criminal offence and face a custodial sentence.
So the idea came from an in-joke that we'd had for a few years. You know, what would you do if you were king for a day? What would you do if you were prime minister? And the first thing Ollie always used to say was a year off football. And not for a vindictive reason, not because we hate football, not because we don't like football, just to have a year off. Just a change is as good as a rest, and then everyone could do with just a year off football.
We spoke to all kinds of people, football lovers and haters. We spoke to wheelchair basketball team in Wetherspoons. We talked to corporates in gastropubs. During the Euro 2012 tournament, we went down to Broad Street in Birmingham and spoke to England fans about what they would do if there was a year off football. One guy said, well, it would be terrible. We'd all have to go back to watching the soaps. And that idea informed the script. We really were drawn to the idea of writing an inanimate character for 1 year off. At first we thought about a Sabutio player, but then we decided it should be a football stadium. And what better stadium to choose than the Ricoh Arena in Coventry, which wants to be all things to all people. It wants to be a nightclub, a casino, a corporate events venue, and lastly, a football stadium. So we really enjoyed writing this character. We looked at all kinds of sources. We looked at the speeches of dictators. We looked at all manner of extreme political rhetoric to get to the bottom of this voice. It was actually the most fun character to write.
The other characters are Sheena Singh, female lineswoman. She wants to be the first referee in the Premier League. The Premier League's gone. We've got Kai Cooperoni. He's a former right back from the Premier League. He wants to be better than football. And we've got Nat Archer, season ticket holder for a struggling club. He lives for football. They've taken it away.
I suppose the major challenge has been, how do you personify a football stadium, the character Rico in the play? That's something we're busily exploring, re-exploring now with Scott, who's come in to replace Ben from the original production. It's thinking, how do you personify an inanimate object? Other than that, the challenges are, it's 4 monologues, so how do we make that dramatic, how do we make it interesting, but it is, the stories the 4 characters tell are all so fascinating and so compelling that actually the challenges are not that big. 1 Year Off is compelling, funny, moving.
Look lively!
Ah! Brains and balls.
1 year off, playing with fire.